When Shakespeare wrote, "Praising what is lost makes the remembrance dear," he hit the nail on the head. Tonight, sadly, this is the end of the series, but what a series it's been. There were some magic moments and some sensational stories. Stories which became even more sensational on further investigation, as you will see tonight. I hope you recognize this place. It's Disraeli's old home, Hughenden Manor. We did 2 programs from here. On our first visit, we hinted at a wartime story that had been kept hidden away on the top secret files for many years. As a result of the program, a group of men and women got together here and talked openly for the first time about their unique role in defeating Hitler. You'll hear what they had to say tonight. For me, it's one of the top stories of the series. But then, on the Antiques Roadshow, there's always something to get excited about.
This is the best Devonish harvest jug I have seen on the roadshow. And that's, you know, that's 21 years on the show.
This is one of the most exciting pictures I've ever seen on a roadshow. So thank you for a start, for making my day, indeed probably my year.
And I think it's perfectly valid to say that René Lalique was the towering genius of the Art Nouveau movement.
Right.
For me, there's nobody better,
Right.
but he is a genius. And this is a piece of genius, really, as far as I'm concerned.
We're dealing really with William Powell Frith, a very interesting man indeed. He did with a paintbrush what Charles Dickens did with a pen.
And you have 10 signed copies.
Yes.
Which is quite incredible. I don't think I've ever seen such an assemblage of signed Flemings.
That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a pig being ridden before. That is just dynamite. What a picture.
More ecstasy later. These treasures come in all shapes and sizes, of course. Last summer, we recorded a show, what was probably our most original setting, Carter's Steam Fair at Priory Park in London. Mark Allen was welcoming people to his stall when a large envelope landed in his lap.
I literally can't contain my excitement because I'm reading here Ronnie Barker scripts. Now, the promises that makes for me are, well, I can't describe them, because if what is in this envelope is what it says on the front, then I'm possibly about to hold something very historic, I think. And let's have a look what we've got. What we appear to have as A4, handwritten A4, flicking through various, yes, Gerald Wiley. I'm not sure that many people know, but that was Ronnie Barker's name.
Could it really be the hand of Ronnie Barker? Mark Allen wasn't able to prove it on the day, but we clinched it through an unimpeachable source.
Yes, it was a surprise, yes. I mean, not horror shock, God, come here and see what's on the television, but it was a surprise and quite sweet, really, for me to see his handwriting again, you know. It's unlike him to write in red, but it's certainly his handwriting. He used the pseudonym because he was concerned that if he used his own name, that other writers would be unfairly accusing us of using Ronnie's material before other people's, because it was difficult for us to turn it down in front of him, you know, so that's why he did it.
This is the script for the famous Four Candles sketch. Now, for me, if there was ever a sketch in English comedy, it's the Four Candles sketch by the two Ronnies. It just is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I think it is probably one of the most famous English comedy sketches. An old ironmonger's shop, a shop that sells everything, garden equipment, ladies' tights, builder's supplies, mousetraps, everything. Please discuss, it says in brackets. So that suggests that this is a draft for the sketch.
Four candles. 4 candles. Here you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles.
Well, there you are, 4 candles.
No, 4 candles. Handles for forks.
No, of course, you know it was based on a letter he got from some man who ran an ironmonger shop. That was where the 4 candles came from. somebody who ran a dry salters hardware shop wrote and said to Ron that somebody had been in the shop the other day and asked for 4 candles. And the man said it might be of some use to, and from that germ of an idea, Ron created the rest of it.
No, hose.
Hose? What a... Oh, you mean pantyhose? Pantyhose?
No, hose. Hose for the gate. Mon repose. Hose. Letter hose.
The thought that he sat down and wrote this, absolutely amazing. How did you come across them?
Well, my mother was very ill and she came to live with me.
Right.
And she used to shuffle through her papers all the time. She was forever kind of, looking at her old papers and throwing stuff away. And I always used to look through the bags that she said were rubbish.
Right.
And in them was this. So I said, what's this? And she said that it had appeared on her desk when she had worked as a fundraiser.
In a way, I thought it was a bit unlikely. I didn't know how they'd come into somebody else's hands. And then afterwards, I thought we probably sent them as part of a kind of charity auction gift or something, because he didn't enjoy turning up and opening anything because of his natural shyness and wanting always to be in character. So he didn't know what Ronnie Barker was, what people expected Ronnie B to be. So he wasn't. And I think probably he sort of was upset himself by not supporting things like that. So it was a way he could get round it and send some of his handwritten works.